Hi, the most amazing thing just happened that I've got to tell you about. I'm not going to talk about what I was going to talk about, but I'm going to talk about this thing. Now, I didn't win the lottery, but it is still relatively amazing what just happened to me. I was walking across the yard to make this video, and all of a sudden I walked past the bird feeders, but I'm not paying attention. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say and what I'm just thinking. I'm not paying attention. But as I walk past the bird feeder, I hear this fluttering, and in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, it's just a bird, he's going to fly away. How silly of me to walk next to the bird feeder and not see the bird. But the bird stopped. The bird didn't just fly away. It started kind of hovering, and it wasn't a hummingbird. It was hovering. It was this little gray-brown thing. I don't know what it was. I don't know. The point is, it started flying, and it's like we connected eyes, and it said, hey dude, I can't do this anymore, I gotta sit down. And he sat down on my head. I've never had anything like that happen before. I've never seen it happen before. But the bird actually landed on my head. Now, unfortunately, my phone was on the tripod getting ready to shoot the video that I was gonna make. So I didn't have it with me, and it's like 20 feet away. So I start walking quickly and gently and as quietly as I could to somehow keep a bird in your head. And so I got to my phone, and unfortunately I've only got this picture of a bird's tail flying away just off the screen. You're just gonna have to trust me. A bird landed on my head, and I walked across the yard with it sitting on my head. I think it was a younger bird learning to fly, and it bit off more than it could chew. And it, kind of like when somebody's holding onto the side of the pool and they think they can swim, and then they realize they can't, and they turn around and come back. That's what this bird did. So what it made me think about is, if somebody would have told me this morning that a bird was going to land on my head, I would have told them they're full of it. There's no way in the world that a bird is going to land on my head. Not going to happen. But it did. A bird landed on my head. I know I'm belaboring the point. I know I'm making a big deal out of this. But what it made me think about is, how many times do we tell ourselves what today is going to be? What is going to be in today? What is today made of? And how many times do we not look for the amazing things that could be happening around us? How many times do we have our heads down walking, and the bird doesn't flutter and stop and get our attention, but we miss something amazing going on around us? Or we don't even look for something amazing going on around us. The thing that drives me crazy, the thing that I am obsessed with, is the idea of what might be possible for me, for you, for us, in our world, in our lives, if we just looked at it differently. If we were ready for something different, amazing, a bird to land on our head. Now, I don't know how to position myself to walk through the world all the time waiting for a bird to land on my head, and I don't think that's necessarily what we're supposed to do, but I think becoming more aware and more sensitive to the idea of more might be possible for you, for me, in our lives, if we would get our heads up, we would start looking around, and we would start expecting something more and amazing to be happening around us. Lots of spiritual texts, lots of philosophies, lots of people talk about our amazing world and our amazing life and this thing that God has created that we take for granted. And I just needed to share with you this amazing bird landing on my head, and the fact that your life could be having amazing things going on around it if you look up and maybe be a little bit more ready for them to happen. I don't know. It's kind of fun to have a bird land in your head, so if you can have that experience, I hope that you do, if that's something you would enjoy. Be well, be blessed, and lift your head up and look around and see what amazing things could be happening all around us. What might be possible.